Well, kia ora tātou. Kia ora everyone, my name is David Downs. I'm your host for this evening. I am a friend of Lisa's. Basically, that's my only qualification to do this job. And I will be taking you through the Eat My Lunch Chef Mystery Box Challenge this evening. I'm just going to welcome my friend Lisa to the broadcast and add her on, and we can tell you a little bit about what we're planning for this evening. Lisa, are you there?
Hi, David.
Good evening. What is this crazy thing that you're making us do? This is nuts on a Sunday evening. What's the story?
Look, we've been pivoting our business at Eat My Lunch, and we're now delivering these fresh grocery boxes to people's homes. And, you know, I've always been a bit of a MasterChef fan, and I love that mystery box challenge. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool to do something like that with our boxes and provide a bit of inspiration and light entertainment for people during lockdown and on their Sunday afternoons.
Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. We tried this last week. We did it last week. We had Michael Meredith, Chef Michael Meredith. We had John Bridges, and it was fantastically chaotic and wonderful. You'd have to say that Michael pretty much whipped them, though, didn't I? I mean, it was a very tough competition, but I think John made burgers and Michael made a 4-course feast. So, you know, there was not a lot of competition there.
Yeah, although there was still a lot of people backing John at the end. So,
they love an underdog. Everyone loves the underdog. That's for sure. Yeah.
But this week, we've decided to give the non-professional chef a bit of an advantage.
Okay, we'll tell them about that in a moment. Let's introduce our chefs though. I'll get rid of that little graphic first. First up, we're going to introduce our chef. Here he is here, Peter Gordon. Peter Gordon, all the way from Sugar Club, many other restaurants. Peter, how are you? Can you hear us okay? Hang on, I've got to unmute you. There we go. You can hear us okay?
Am I good? I'm good, yeah, I can hear you. Kia ora, everyone. It's lovely to be part of this and supporting Eat My Lunch, I have to say. It's great.
Fantastic. And good on you for wearing the apron. Look at that. Peter,
yeah.
Some kid ate lunch.
The branding.
That is very good. You've even branded the kitchen, I noticed. Just that. That's pretty cool.
I have. Can I let me have a look. I'll unplug you here.
We're going to see if we can go right. Look at that.
Yeah. Look at that. It's good, right?
Peter's own. It's very good. That font that's uncanny how well you've done.
That's my partner, Al. He's secretly a graphic designer and a hairdresser, I think.
All right. Yeah. Hey, also, let's add to the stream Simone. Simone, welcome to the Eat My Lunch Mystery Box Challenge. Great to see you. Oh, we lost your audio. Hang on 1 second. That's my fault. I have to click that button there. Do I? There we go. Try that. Oh, no, I can't. I've got to click that button there. Try that. Can you hear us now?
Can you hear me?
Hey, we got you. Oh, the technology behind this is incredible. Look at that. You've got some sort of twin there going on, and that's some sort of amazing helper. Who's this?
I feel very lucky that when I got this email and the second line said you can have a sous chef, I thought, thank goodness, because I'm going to need all the help I can get today. So this is my gorgeous fiance, Trent, who's going to be helping me and listening to me scream at him probably through this process. Let's hope we can get through it.
Yes, chef.
We chef. No, that's fantastic. And nice to meet you, Trent. Shame your name's not Sue. That would have really fit in with the whole theme of sous chef a lot. And I noticed that neither of you are dressed like chefs, so you're just far too glammed up to be real chefs, surely.
Well, no, we're not chefs. We're your everyday cooks at home, and we've got a really basic level of cooking. So we're going to try and bring that to the table, and hopefully that's going to resonate with some families around New Zealand. We're going to give it our best shot.
We are.
Yeah. Well, I just have to take a second here and call a little bit bullshit on the fact that you are amateur, because I thought you were an amateur, and then I Googled you earlier. And Peter, unfortunately, you're up against the pro. Check this out. Simone has her
I know. I was looking at her stories and following her recipes.
Come out. Yeah, no, this was out, I think about a week ago now. This was released, and it's very exciting. But again, it is that focus around at home, easy to make meals, super fresh ingredients, but nothing super fancy. So I can still not call, it's not bullshit, I promise. We're still that very basic level of cooking. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, well, actually, to be fair to you, I'm looking at that now, and actually, you're not actually cooking. You're just more sort of putting stuff on a board. So maybe it's just assembling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. There is. I'm the platter queen. So I had to have a platter on the front cover, and we
Nice.
might. I don't know. We'll see how we go. We might even have to throw a platter in there tonight.
Oh, really? That's quite a cool. That'd be a nice little twist, Peter. I've noticed you've cooked the odd, you've made the odd cook time, haven't you? You're not an amateur here. Look, here's one I found online. Look at that.
Oh, nice.
How old were you when that came out?
That came out in 1980. That came out in 1997, actually. So how old was I? I was 34. First book, yeah.
Wow, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? First book. Wow.
Yeah. It's good.
Do you still
and actually, it's here.
You got a good.
Yeah, I've got a little pile there. Just because these are props, actually, they're not.
I'll zoom in on that one for you.
Yeah, so they're there for props rather than anything else. I've got to support my my sort of phone later on, perhaps. So they're kind of book resters, which is quite good. But yeah, I love the sort of food I do. I still call it fusion, even though it pisses a lot of people off because it's a bit of a funny word.
Yeah.
But it's just that sort of mixture, and I apologize for swearing. It's that mixture of just flavors and cuisines and cultures from around the world. It's kind of in this time of bubble isolation. It's the exact opposite, I guess, of what we're having to experience at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a different time. We've already got a question from the audience. Donna Gordon wants to know, where's your sous chef?
Oh, it's my sister Donna over in Sydney. Sous chef Al. I'm not allowed a sous chef, but he's doing the phone call himself. So hopefully he'll come in and give me a cocktail or something.
That's right. That's the main reason for a sous chef is to get you a glass of wine when you need it. So
exactly.
He comes with that. Fantastic. Now you can. This is for the audience out there. You are able to ask questions or give comments to the chefs as they're cooking. So type it in the Facebook chat window or the YouTube chat window if you're watching on YouTube, and we'll pick some and put them up there. But we've basically the way this works is we have 45 minutes. The chefs have 45 minutes. They have a mystery box that we're about to open, and they have to create a spectacular dinner for two in 45 minutes, and it has to be plated up, ready to eat at the end of that time, and then we will all judge. We're very judgy on this show. We'll all judge who wins, and they will get a spectacular prize yet to be decided what that might be. Probably to keep the rest of the box, actually. It'll be something simple as that. Lisa, have you got any tips and tricks based on what you've seen work last week?
I think go with what you know. Don't try and be too overly ambitious. I don't think everyone has to make 4 dishes like Michael did last week.
Well, going off, he was. And I do have to point out that, we are supporting an amazing cause here tonight. We want to just make sure that everyone is aware of that. Basically, we've got Eat My Lunch, as Lisa mentioned, has had to pivot pretty quickly from school delivery of food to home delivery of food. And that's been a big enough challenge. But the other big part of their challenge, of course, is that the main way that they were making revenue that allowed them to pay for the school delivery was by having, corporates and people at work buying. And of course, we're at home. So Lisa and the team have quickly created these essential boxes, these essential food boxes. And that's what the chefs tonight are going to be using. You can see here on the Eat My Lunch webpage, the Fresh Essentials meat pack, and that comes from Neat Meat. They've been a fantastic supporter. The chilled box. And the chefs tonight are going to basically get a combination of different boxes that they'll be able to use. So if you like what they're cooking, make sure you jump online and grab one of these essentials boxes because they are fantastic. Actually, let's see what's in them. Why don't you all open up your respective boxes and start to comment. Maybe you can show us what's inside, and we'll get you to tell us what's there. This doesn't count towards your time just yet, but we just want to make sure that we know what you're all facing here. Let's have a look. Look at that. He's got good form. He's got the good knife skills. He knows what he's doing. You're going to ruin the blade on that beautiful knife.
Oh, look. There's even a little note.
What have you got in there? Let's have. Okay, hang on. I'll go on that camera. Thank you. Let's have a look. What have you got there?
Got broccoli, leeks, zucchini, mandarins, plums, chocolate sticky toffee, bag of grapes, feijoas, tomatoes.
Oh my god!
Cos lettuce, eggplant, beetroot, tomatoes, potatoes. Little note. Thanks for providing nice food. It makes me learn more and think more better. Thank you very much for doing this. By Max.
Oh,
and then I've got a brown bag.
Oh, don't open that one yet, Peter. We're going to save that one. That's your super mystery ingredient. Let's go over to. I want to just go to Simone though. Simone, have you started looking inside the meat box? That's cool. Tell us what you got in there.
Yeah, of course I have. Honestly, since this arrived, I have been gagging to open it. I am the worst with surprises ever. So this is like a kid in a candy shop right now. We've got some lamb and rosemary sausages and some beautiful chicken breast there. And then we've got Scotch fillet. We've got beef and lamb mince. And then you've got your basics. You've got your egg, your milk, your cheese, your butter. And this looks fancy. And fancy cheese.
Wow. That's looking pretty cool. All right, Peter, now I think the time for you to tell us what your mystery ingredient is before we start the clock.
Oh, okay. The mystery ingredient is... So is this chosen by Michael Meredith?
It was, and I'm not sure if he's a friend of yours or not, but you might not be.
Well, he usually is, but I'll let you know if he's still going to be.
But you have to basically use this.
I think they're mustard seeds, I'm assuming.
They look like it, or some sort of illegal ingredient from Colombia.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
So Simone doesn't have that little problem. What does the mustard seeds taste like? Oh, like mustard, presumably.
Mustard seeds. They just need a bit of vinegar and swelling, and I'll do something a bit mustardy with these then. Yep.
Perfect.
Thank you, Michael.
Good. Very nice. Well, that's the key things there. Basically, we now are down to the wire. We are going to kick you off. I make it 45 minutes. Okay, on your marks. Start your ovens. Get set. Go. You got 45 minutes from now.
Okay. What are we going to make?
Right.
Did you want to do...
We'll go and check in on Simone and hear
with
what...
the beef? We could do a Mexican bowl, maybe? Capsicum?
Salsa.
Yeah, we could make it a salsa. That'd be nice. Or steak, we could do an open, like, steak sandwich. Could be quite nice with bread in there. Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, bagels, are they? Or bread? No, bagels. Yeah. Oh, and the bread, we could do that.
Which of the proteins?
Sausages. You're not a massive fan of sausages, are you?
No.
Let's not do those. Chicken.
Loves me some chicken.
I know we made this like a week ago, but if we did our chicken poke bowls.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're doing it shameless self-promotion.
Yeah, because it's in my book. It would be a shameless self-promotion right there.
At least we know how to cook it.
Yeah, we do. Okay. And you did say to listen, to do something you know how to do. Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Go for it.
Put the meat in the fridge.
Okay. Let's clear some space.
William Lockie is suggesting maybe some caramelized onions. I don't know if does that fit with your thinking so far?
Are you? Well, I don't know if I can do that in a poke bowl, Will. I might use some fresh onions, though.
Nice. Excellent. Well, that's good. You seem like you guys know what's going on. I'm just going to check in on Peter because, we've left him out of this and we want to see what he's up to. Peter, what are you thinking at the moment?
I'm thinking of using the sausages because I think that would be quite a... I quite like a sausage. I'm thinking of a sausage frittata. I think what I'm doing is a very casual sort of lunchy thing rather than a fancy dinner. After seeing Michael Meredith last week do his multiple 400 dish extravaganza that I found slightly terrifying because I thought, oh my God, how am I going to live up to Michael?
He was just really.
Yeah.
That might be why they roll it at the Grove restaurant, but at the Sugar Club, you take it a little bit more relaxed, don't you?
Oh, so relaxed. Oh, yes, so not. Tell me, you said we could use rice or pasta. I've got some quinoa rice blend. Can I use that?
I think we're going to cost it. Lisa, what do you think, Lisa?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
you're allowed
Yeah.
it. You're allowed it. We're letting you in.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. So I'm going to do this. I've got some bananas here, and I think I might just do some little banana pancakes for pudding. I think sausages, and then a salady thing. I've got lovely bit of pumpkin. I've got aubergine, eggplant. So I'll do something, I'm sure.
Good Lord, I'm feeling quite intimidated by it. He said, I'm not going to be like Michael. And then he described 6 dishes that he might make, including dessert. Oh my gosh. Okay. Simone, how are you feeling over there? Oh, hang on. I muted you by mistake. Hang on. We'll go back to you. I've got to unmute that one. There we go. How's that? Yeah, it made you feel. I think when Trent's standing away from you, we can't hear you so well. Trent, you've got to stay with your chef because we can't hear her when you're not next to her.
Oh, sorry about that.
Did he steal a microphone again? He's doing that twice now.
It sounds good though.
Yeah, it sounds all right, but I think if you could switch to use the same microphone as him, might help us better because we can't hear you so well. How's that?
Here we go.
There we go.
What about now? Okay.
That's fantastic, yeah.
Perfect. No, I was just saying before that you were saying you feel intimidated. Listening to that, we feel really intimidated, but we're going to give it a go.
Yeah. Well, I guess what's good is that this is just actually hilarious. And it means my partner, Al, and I will have dinner for the next few days, which is quite nice. I feel very happy. I mean, I only wanted to do this because it's so hard to get any food in the shop. So this is great with eat my lunch providing food. It's just fantastic.
That's right. It's basically just free stuff. And you can take the boy out of Wanganui, but you don't take the Wanganui out of the boy, do you, Peter? Because you're cooking sausages.
No, I'm cooking sausages. But I'm also eyeing up that chicken breast there, thinking, should I combine those? I might just cook them anyway. But what I've got here in the saucepan, sausages, I like to boil my sausages before I cook them. I find it's quite a good little technique. So, yeah. Do a bit of sausage thing. To be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm going to put some cider vinegar on my mustard seeds and let that do something.
You're getting some advice as well from the audience from Manav Sial, who says, Chef, our classic mustard honey dressing from Belota.
You do the teriyaki sauce.
Oh, okay.
You have a clue there.
Yeah, well, actually, weirdly, strangely, as you say that, I'm putting honey into my mustard seeds. So
there you
let's
go.
give that a go.
Thank you very much.
That in, and we'll just do a bit of fusion with a bit of tamari, which is a wheat-free soy sauce instead of salt. We'll add that as well. We'll leave that to settle aside.
How long do you boil the sausages for before you start cooking them for real? What's the story there?
I bring them to the boil and simmer for about 3 or 4 minutes. I just find it removes some of the fattiness, firms the sausage up, makes it quite yummy.
Beautiful. There we go.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Pumpkin. I love pumpkin. It's the best thing.
Sausages and pumpkin. That's like an average Friday night meal where I used to live. And
pretty flash brew. Yeah. Where in Wanganui are you from? Which part?
Gomble, down near the hospital. Yeah. Where were you from?
Castlecliff.
Castlecliff. I think you find we're from the working class parts of Wanganui, which is in itself the working class part of New Zealand. So I think jobbing.
Yeah.
What school did you go to in Wanganui? Just while we're on this topic.
I went to Castlecliff Primary, Rutherford Intermediate, and Wanganui High School.
Ah, really? The wrong side of the definitely.
Were you a boys' college boy or something?
Oh, I went to St Augustine's, which was the Catholic boys' school there. All the North boys. We never learned to cook, though, I have to say. It wasn't our thing.
I was one of 2 boys who did cooking at school because my father was an engineer. He had a little company called Bruce Gordon Engineering. And so I can weld, I could do all that stuff. So I didn't need to learn all that.
Yeah.
So I did cooking. Yeah.
Fantastic.
We do it with the same teriyaki.
We're crossing over now, Simone and Trent. They've got something interesting going on too. It's the cleanest kitchen I've ever seen. Actually, I don't know if that's real. You guys in some sort of show home? Have you broken in to an open home while this is going on?
I think a little bit on a few OCD tendencies, I know.
We've lost your audio again.
Quite a clean kitchen.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, so he keeps stealing the audio. Ah.
I might just have to keep those in because I don't think it's working splitting it up between us.
No. I mean, you're not married yet, so he's not entitled to 50% of your AirPods just yet.
No, I'm going to take 100% of his AirPods, I think, is what I'm going to do.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we're thinking we might start with a little eggplant dish, roasted eggplant. We were going to do a miso glaze, but we don't have miso, so we're going to do the same teriyaki glaze that we're going to use on the poke bowls and see how that goes.
Oh wow, you guys are fancy pants. Oh, hang on, let's have a look. Let's have a look here. What? So, are you roast? That's the eggplant you're roasting.
Yeah, this is. So I've just cut the eggplant up into little slivers, well, quite big slivers actually.
Yeah.
And then I think Trent right now is working on the teriyaki glaze. We'll put some of that over it, maybe some sesame seeds if we're allowed to steal those from our pantry.
You
And
are.
then throw those into the oven.
I'll tell you what, if you use mustard seeds, you'll get an extra bonus point because that's what Peter's got to do.
I honestly have not heard of mustard seeds before.
No, doesn't sound like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Am I allowed to use miso? Is that okay?
Well, I think Simone,
I know Lisa.
you might as well.
Oh, that's good. Well, I've got some lovely miso from Nelson. It's a New Zealand-made urban hippie miso. Oh,
Very
that's
nice.
Al. He might be going in and getting me a glass of wine or something.
That would be good. Look,
Yeah.
yeah, he's allowed to. Oh, no, he's got juice. Disappointingly, he went and got the juice. Oh,
Oh,
hard to
well,
get.
we keep our booze in bottles. So when visitors come around, they think we're having juice, but actually it's 80% proof.
Nice. Peter, we've got another question for you. Should you or should you not prick the sausage skin?
What? No need to. No. If they were big yucky ones, then absolutely a bit of a prick is quite good. But no need at this point.
Bit of a prick is quite good. Sometimes I understand, yes. But okay. And someone wants to know, do you weld? Are you a welder?
Do I weld? Yeah, I can weld. Dad taught us, my sister Tracy, another sister, Trace and I, we did weldy sort of stuff. We were quite butch, our family. Butch, and then I was doing cooking at school, so it was kind of a butch mashup kind of thing.
That's right. That's very cool, though.
Yeah.
I love it. Have you welded lately? Is it something you sort of dust off every now and
No,
then?
I probably haven't welded. I used to, glass up. When I left university in, when did I leave uni? In 1981. So that would have been the last time I worked for my father and did any welding. Yeah, we'll do a little bit of Black Estate Chardonnay. Okay.
Oh, look at you. You guys
In
are...
there, I've got a bit of pumpkin and
hang on,
there. What's
Let me
happened
cross
there?
that. Hang on, I'll cross to that camera. There we go. Oh, it's gone black. Oh, technical. Oh, there we go. Now we've got you now.
Yeah.
Got you.
So I've got a bit of pumpkin and there's a
Al,
key
Al.
ingredient. Oh, where's that? There's
Yeah.
Al, it's the wine, and there's the pumpkin and the leek and the aubergine and the miso mixture on top.
Oh, yeah.
Going in. It's a bit of oil. What have I got in there? I've got miso oil and soy sauce.
Very
Cool,
good.
thank you.
Right, we're going to...
Mustard swelling up.
Mustard's going on. It's all going on. Right, we're going to cross back now. So look at that. There's a lot of chopping going on over in Simone's place. You've got
It
good knife
certainly is. Oh, I don't know about that. I try hard, but we'll try not to draw any blood tonight. That'll be the trick, won't it?
It looked pretty pro to me. Look at that. That's incredible. Jeepers. I don't know. No, I shouldn't distract you while you're chopping with a knife. That's not a sensible thing to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think the cool thing about poke bowls is that the majority of it is just your prep work, and then
Yeah.
it's just throwing it together at the end, which can be really fun, and it's something most people can do.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. That's a great idea. Poke bowl. So Amber wants to know from Trent, is he making the marinade in the pot? Did you ask him for us?
Yes. Yeah, that is what he's doing. So he's doing the teriyaki glaze, which we're going to use on the chicken and also on the eggplant because we don't have miso in our house. We thought about that straight away for the eggplant, but we're going to make do. So he's just got water in there, rice wine vinegar, soy sauce, ginger garlic, and sesame.
Wow.
Sesame oil.
That's sounding pretty impressive, I have to say. You guys certainly know what you're doing. Gosh.
Oh,
Nice. And Simone, you were on the Tyra Banks show, I hear, which was a pretty cool experience. Yeah?
I was. This was about 5 years ago now, and it's when I actually travelled to the United States to undergo my first lot of skin removal surgery. So I, over the past 6 years, have lost 92 kgs. I went from 169 kgs to 77.
Wow.
And I was over there to undergo skin removal surgery. And the Tyra Banks producers actually got wind of this and all wanted to get in touch. So 5 days post-op from my upper body skin removal surgery, I ended up being flown to LA from Phoenix and appearing on the Tyra Banks show, which honestly feels like a crazy dream because I was so high on pain medications firstly, and the fact that it just happened so quickly. My surgeon, because I obviously wasn't meant to fly after 5 days, he ended up flying with me and coming on the show, and it was a pretty crazy experience.
That is
very cool.
Well, good on you. That's an amazing story. Yeah, and you've done
and she is just as lovely in real life.
Tyra or your surgeon?
Oh no, Tyra. Well, surgeon is lovely as well. Luckily, I did put full trust in him. But no, Tyra Banks, she is divine.
Oh, that's wonderful. All right, Lisa, I think we need to check in on you because we've got a question from the audience, Lisa, and they want to know how are the kids feeling? Presumably not just your kids, although we all care about your kids. What about how's it been working and delivering to families?
Yeah, look, it's been actually really amazing. So we've been delivering boxes with ingredients to the kids to make lunches for themselves during the week. And the feedback that we're getting is just incredible. Like we're getting photos of all these amazing sandwiches that the kids are making. We're getting super creative. And in the boxes, we've also included experiments from Nano Girl. And so they've been having fun doing that as well. So actually, even though it was something we were almost forced to do because of the lockdown, the impact has been so much more positive that it's something we're considering doing permanently or long term.
Oh, how cool. It must be quite a different thing though, delivering to people's homes, versus schools. Schools is a bit easier, there's one, but homes must have brought a whole lot of more complexity for you.
Super complex. I mean, we're delivering to 77 schools, and then, during lockdown, we've been delivering to 2,000 kids' homes.
Oh my gosh.
So, in the last 2 weeks, we've delivered over 4,200 of these lunch packs.
Wow.
For the kids. But, they're so excited when our drivers turn up their box, and they love seeing what's in it. And making it themselves, I think, is just so,
It's pretty cool. I mean, we all saw what's in it. Beautiful, fresh ingredients, fresh produce, good quality meat. Neat meat come to the party with some amazing products. So, these are, we're all seeing some good stuff. Hey, I forgot to say, we the bad news, chefs, is that we passed the 30-minute mark about a minute and a half ago. So poor quality work from me. You got 30 minutes to go. 30 minutes. Oh wow! No, it's all going on here. I just want to look at there's more chopping going on in the Anderson house. It's quite incredible.
There's so much chopping. I don't know if I've regretted this dish already after I've started.
And I think what you said is true. You basically you chop, and then at the end it all just beautifully comes together and it looks incredible.
Absolutely. Well, that's fingers crossed how we hope it's going to happen today.
Someone was asking, did you grate that cucumber earlier? What was that about?
No, I used a little julienne peeler. This is great. What it does basically really finely slices up your carrots, and you can do it with pretty much anything. But I really like it for cucumber and for carrots. It just adds a bit of texture to the bowl rather than grating it. It makes it look nicer, and it's still thin and nice to eat.
That sounds like a lot less faffing around than the normal way you julienne things, which is lots of intricate knife work. That's great.
Yeah, I find it really easy this way, actually.
Yeah, that's very good. I'm just ask Peter. I'll ask Peter's opinion. Peter, would you julienne with a knife, or would you use one of these little devices?
I think both are good. If you're doing if you feel unconfident with a knife, and I've chopped myself, as all chefs have, I think using one of those little peely things is fantastic. I think they're really, really, really good. Yeah. I would definitely not have any problem using one of those.
Fantastic. Oh, very good. Very good.
Well, that
Yeah,
makes me feel better about using that.
Yeah, no, you're allowed. It's all good.
We have to take every shortcut that we can. We already had the oven heating up. We had everything laid out. I was like, we've got to make this work.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
You're allowed. You're allowed. 45 minutes sounds like a long time, but actually, we get through it pretty quickly, which is amazing.
Yeah. 45 minutes. It does go quickly.
Yeah.
It does. Oh, lordy. Where do I
But
put my
when you-
sausages?
When you're in the
So
kitchen,
in this pot,
yeah.
in
What
this
have you
pot
got?
here, I've got my kumara, a bit of ginger and garlic and bay leaf, and also the chicken breasts.
Mhm.
In the oven, I've got the pumpkin leek and stuff. I've got the quinoa rice cooking. I've got mustard seeds simmering because I worry that I'm not going to be ready in 45 minutes to produce a nice mustard, and I don't want Michael to be annoyed with me.
Right.
And I'm going to make a little banana feijoa coconut fritter as well for dessert.
Don't be intimidated. Come on. He's just showing off now with coconut fritter. That's over the
I
top.
think for dessert, I might just be serving up the sticky chocolate on a plate.
That's cool. That's what it's there for. Put a bit of icing sugar on it, and you get bonus points. It's not particularly good cooking. That's fantastic. Oh, people are loving it. Someone, while we're there, someone says that they love that artwork by your fridge there. That the Polynesian woman who's held her breath far too long, I think, because she's gone blue. But is
That
very
is the
hard?
Blue Lady, and
The
that is
Blue
by
Lady.
Lester Hall, and he is just an incredible New Zealand artist. I love his work. We were actually given that from all our friends and family for an engagement present, which was really lovely.
I
Oh,
heard
sweet.
that isn't that sweet? I heard you guys were engaged, and in fact, there's a bit of a story about the engagement and the wedding. Because we're not supposed to be doing this right now. What were you supposed to be doing?
Well, we were actually first week of lockdown. It was meant to be our wedding date. So we should be married right now, and we should have been on a honeymoon, and we should have come home from our honeymoon. But instead, we ended up throwing a non-wedding day in our living room, and we live streamed all our friends and family in, and we turned it into a big boozy afternoon. My uncle's a DJ, so he actually DJ'd the whole afternoon, 7 hours. My auntie danced next to him. It was fabulous. And we had lots of fun. So we just sort of made do with what we could. We're still not married. That'll happen at some point, hopefully.
Well, you've got the AirPods. I don't think you need to get married now. You've basically got everything you need.
Absolutely. Why type a not now?
That's right. Keep your options open as long as you can, I say. Good on you. Oh. But he's actually, we're going to just cross down to Trent Cam. He's very diligent, old Trent, I have to say. Look, he is, we're going to give him we might actually give him his own banner because I think it's pretty important. Here we go. Look at that, Trent. We're on Trent Cam. We're just commenting what an amazing prospective husband you might be, and you were supposed to be married by now, and you're obviously very well trained in the kitchen. Are you a chef?
No, but I did like cooking before I met Simon, so I don't know if that was part of the attraction or should have said in the background. It definitely was.
Oh, no, you're doing a great job. Thank you.
As you can see, though, I'm not as clean as she is when I'm cooking.
And what's that you're putting over the aubergine there?
This is I like miso glazed aubergine, but we didn't have miso, like Simon said. So this is just teriyaki glazed aubergine.
And what are you putting in the teriyaki?
Reduced. A little bit of mirin. A little bit of soy sauce, sesame, ginger, garlic, brown sugar, or honey, depending on how I feel on the day.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. And a little bit of water. Probably put a little bit too much water in today, so it took a little bit longer to reduce down than I would have liked. But we'll make it work. The aubergine needs to go in the oven, so we'll get it in.
You've got like 20 minutes, so it needs to get in there.
Yep, needs to go in now.
Nice. Well, it's all looking good. Lisa, what do you think? Can you imagine a better quality dinner coming at you than these two?
I know, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ingredients are slightly different from what we had last week as well. So we've done a little bit more wintry.
I have to say, New Zealand avocados, I think, are so much better than we get in the UK.
Yeah.
They're just so good. It's really, really nice.
Is it avocado season at the moment, or are we a bit late?
I don't know. To be honest, I'm not sure where the avocados have come from, but
Yeah.
they're just really delicious. They're just really good and firm, and they're not watery, and flavors.
Yeah.
What I'm finding about the food in New Zealand is just so flavoursome compared to so much of what we get in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're missing, because Peter, you and I were talking earlier. I hope you don't mind me saying, but you were up until before lockdown. You just squeezed back into the country, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, I got in on pretty much the last flight that I could have got on. I came in via Singapore, and it was the last flight that was allowed through. So it was good. Yeah, I got in, and I went into 2 weeks self-isolation. Al and I were isolating. We had to rent a couple of apartments, so we isolated separately for 2 weeks, which was okay. And they're just such unusual. Everything's so unusual. I just go with the flow, really.
Yeah.
But it's so nice to be in New Zealand. It just feels safe. We've got a great sort of leader telling us what to do. We've got a great medical thing. People talk. There's no crazy people running the country. It's a nice place to be.
Yeah. And what's happening with your restaurants, Peter? They're all furloughed and shut down, presumably, for the moment?
Yeah, Sugar Club and Balfour are both closed, and we're looking at how things will come. Obviously, with going down to level 3, it's really not going to affect either restaurant particularly, because I just can't imagine we can do takeaways from the top of the Sky Tower.
No. Little difficult, perhaps.
A little bit tricky. So I think it's just we just look at everything on a sort of weekly basis, really, and we're just kind of working on what that could, what the outcome could be. So I'll keep you posted. But it's nice to know that there are some restaurants going to be able soon to serve some food, help them get through these rough times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you cooking there? That looks like you just chopped up potato and chucked it in the pan. What's that about?
I've got what I've got there is, where are we? Where's the thing? Whoops.
Yep, that's
You see that? I've got potato and onion and olive oil and some fennel seeds. And I'm just going to make a sort of frittata tortilla thing with the sausages, and hope it works out.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about Trent and Simone, who's sort of doing such a good job there. I'm feeling the heat, literally, over there.
Well, the two of them, they are like a well-oiled machine. They really are incredible. Look at, hang on.
That's the mustard seeds, boiled with a bit of honey and vinegar.
Simone, I don't know if you've seen this, but Peter is showing off his mustard seeds.
He really is. Honestly, the amount of times I've heard this, throw it into his recipe now. No need to rub it in.
Right. And you're still chopping. Look at you. You are an absolute trooper on the chopping. You're incredible. That whole thing is going to be amazing. You guys are going to eat for a week as well.
Oh, we're going to have so much food, aren't we? That's what we thought, actually. We did a very small supermarket shop this week.
Well, that's good.
In preparation for these beautiful meals.
Well, there is plenty of food in these boxes that Lisa sends out, and the team from Eat My Lunch. They are quite incredible.
Oh, there are so many beautiful fresh ingredients, and all the fruit and veggies actually are such nice quality.
Yeah. Lisa, where do you source all your ingredients from? Is it difficult to get things these days?
Yeah, well, everything we get is from local suppliers. So we definitely go for local, fresh, and what's in season at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite amazing. It must be logistically difficult. Is it to get food at the moment with the lockdowns, or are the food suppliers coming through for you?
There's definitely, a few items have been challenging to get, like flour. I think everyone's experiencing.
Everyone's missing flour. I like the supermarkets are bereft of flour.
Yeah, but, we're really focused on fresh ingredients. So that's been relatively easy to source. And, we're very lucky that one of our main partners is Foodstuffs, and been helping us with a lot of the supply as well.
Yeah, that's amazing. Just look at it. You can hear it now. I've turned the microphones on these guys because you can hear the sizzling. It's fantastic. Trent is absolute being an amazing sous chef. We've got to keep going back to Trent Cam. Look at that. Incredible. But Peter has got like 4 fry pans, 2 ovens, 7 arms going. Did you ever get that glass of wine? No, Peter, what happened to that? Al really let you down.
I did. Yeah,
Oh, you did?
I did.
Cheers.
Yeah. Very happy, very happy. What I think sometimes people watching, like chefs, we often say in our recipes, cook until the chicken is cooked or the fish is cooked or whatever. But just to let some of your viewers know who are a bit nervous, I have nothing wrong with bringing a bit of a chicken breast out, putting it on the plate and chopping it in half to make sure it's cooked through. You know, just so people shouldn't feel nervous with cooking things, because we know chicken overcooked can be pretty bad for you. But you know,
I'm just giving you all the 15-minute call. 15 minutes.
Oh, blimey.
Plenty of time. It's a lifetime in cooking, surely. Heaps of time. Right. Peter, you've had some compliments. People are loving your kitchen.
Oh, thank you. I'll let Al know. Al's lived here for, how many years have you been here, Al? Yeah.
Pardon?
15 years, yeah. It's the most beautiful place. If you're going to be in a lockdown, it's quite a good place to be locked down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect.
So,
No, perfect.
That is very nice. I don't know who this is written to. I think it might be to Kent, but Wendy Lynch Forsyth says that that he was always a messy cook. I presume that is it that I think
Your mum,
Trent's
saying that
mum
you've
is
been a
giving him
messy
a bit of stick on the Facebook there. That's not very nice, Mum.
that is brilliant. Hi, Wendy.
is that your mum, Trent?
Isn't that lovely?
That's sweet.
Well, actually, while we've got family dialing in, Bruce McDonald, Peter, says,
Cool.
good luck.
Thank
It's
you.
awesome watching you. Lots of love from Castlecliff.
Oh, that's Cuzzy Bruce. That's Auntie Jones' boy. That's
nice.
nice to hear. Yeah. Bruce
Yeah.
I have to say, Bruce has been doing lots of baking lately. He's doing some amazing sourdough. So
Is
shout
he the
out to
one
Bruce.
making all the
That's good.
flour from the supermarkets?
Knowing Bruce, he's probably gone and grown it and harvested and milled it. He's a hunter-gatherer. He's pretty cool, old Brucey.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is very good. God, it's looking industrious now. This happened last week too, Lisa. There came a point where they didn't want to talk anymore because they realised they've only got 15 minutes or 14 now, and they just hunker down and start cooking. I'm going to show you the industry that's going on. Look at that. I think, Simon, you guys are not only cooking, but you seem to be cleaning as you go, which is amazing. Look at that. You just put the pan in there. That's worth extra
Oh,
points.
absolutely. I'm very much believing in cooking cleaning as you go. It means that when you sit down for dinner, all you have to do after dinner is throw your dishes in the dishwasher and you're done. I love it.
That is very, I think, Lisa, at the end of this, we have to account for this, because if you've been cleaning as you go, I'm see if we can find a view of Peter's kitchen. Doesn't look as clean. He's got bowls with spoons in it.
So clean. There's no dirt. There's no dirt here anymore.
But
Here's my boiled kumbara, though.
well, Peter's just used to having all these under chefs and sous chefs and second chefs to run around and do that for him. He doesn't need to do the
No,
cleanup.
I have to say, I'm a
With
pretty
crusty
good, I'm a clean cook. Al
But
says
do
the
we
one
ever-
thing I've taught him is good kind of cleaning technique. So
Yeah.
no, I think I'm okay.
What are you going to do with those kumara?
Okay, so these kumara are cooked to the point where they're overcooked, which is what you want, and then you flatten them. Can you see that?
Hang on, I'll go to that.
They're
camera.
hot.
Yep,
They're
Ooh.
hot. So you just flatten them
yep.
like this, and now I'm going to pan fry them.
Ooh.
And this, to
With
be honest,
oil?
is enough for 4 people. So I'm just going to cook 2. And then, so just a bit of oil in the pan. There. And put the mince, skin and everything. So they were cooked in salted water. Actually, I can fit 4 in the pan. They were cooked in salted water with slices of ginger and garlic and bay leaves. And the chicken went in. So they've got a little bit of a chicken flavour going on.
Wow.
And then I'm just going to fry them till they're a little bit crispy. And to be honest, I don't actually know what I'm doing with them. I just figure I've got to do something with all of this food, and at the end of it, present you with something. But I think they're going to be amazing. Whatever
I
they
should
turn
have
into.
said this earlier, Peter, but you know you don't have to use everything in the box. You know that.
No, I have to. Yeah, no. Okay. And in my fry pan, I've got my potatoes, onions, and sausages, and this will become like a frittata sort of family style sort of thing. Lovely,
Beautiful.
just a big, almost like a sausage shakshuka. Am I allowed to use canned tomatoes?
I think we can let you use the canned
Yeah,
tomato.
okay.
If you've got them in the fridge, in the cupboard, you're allowed to.
Yeah.
Simon, we should have said this to you also. You don't have to use every single ingredient. It's incredible already.
Oh, trust me, we're not using every ingredient. I'm listening away, and we've used a selection definitely, but we haven't not used everything in the box. There's still a lot sitting there untouched.
Yeah, that's good because there's plenty in those boxes. It's quite incredible actually how much food they give you. Beautiful.
Oh, so much.
Wow. Right, we're getting ready. I'm gonna put up the next timer in a minute, and you're not going to be happy because it says you've both got 10 minutes to go.
10, okay.
10 minutes.
That's incredible. It goes so quickly. All right, let's have a look at
Can I
it.
just
It
say,
does.
Yep,
yeah.
Peter.
Earlier on, I was thinking, one thing I'm going to make is going to be a scone pizza, and I thought this would be a really cool thing to make. And since we started filming, I've been thinking, what was that thing I was going to make? And I realised that one thing I sort of thought I could do, figuring there'd be something lovely in the box to turn into it, I haven't done. So, trapped. I was going to win you over with my cheese scone-based pizza, but I shouldn't have had that second glass of wine.
We'll be fine with the outcome that you have seemed to be presenting to us, particularly that you're making a little. Is that feijoa that you've got there?
It's feijoa, yeah.
Do you get those in
Yeah.
England, in the UK?
We do. They come from Colombia
Yeah.
because they're native, of course, to Brazil. New Zealanders often think they're native here, but they're not. They're from the southern Brazil, and we get them in, and they come in 12 months of the year, but they're nothing like New Zealand feijoas. You know, they're picked underripe. They pick them off the tree before they're ready. They ship them across on a boat. They arrive rather disappointingly. Not so good. But Al has we've got a lovely feijoa tree here at home, and we have had truckloads of feijoa. And the other night, Al and I had a 2-hour feijoa chutney cook-off, which was really cool. So the fridge.
Show
you the fridge.
Show us.
The fridge.
Here we go.
These are all.
Wow.
I don't know what you can see in there, but that's our feijoa extravaganza. And the reason they're in the fridge rather than just on the shelf is that we didn't have the jars when we made the chutney because we just didn't have them. So we had to wait till we get to the supermarket, and we kind of made them at a different time. But that was good.
Amazing. Yeah. It's a bit disappointing you're not using that feijoa chutney in your cooking actually tonight. That would have been quite nice.
Well, I think I will. I'll wing it right at the end. I'm
Right
going to be doing my very famous, popular fried kumara chicken feijoa chutney dish that clearly I have been thinking about for hours.
Was that one of your early cookbooks from memory, wasn't it? I think it was in Sugar Club number 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. And I'm going to crack some eggs into my sausage, tomato, potato stew. So it's kind of a version
You've still got to
of
chop it.
shakshuka.
Yeah. Beautiful. And just let them cook there. You're not going to mix them in. They're just basically going to sit and cook.
I'm just going to turn the heat off, put a lid on, a little bit of salt and pepper.
Wow.
Let's get everything else ready then.
Put a lid on, turn the heat off, hope for the best.
Right. We're going to go back and check it.
Other AirPod, baby.
Yeah, looking at the screen.
Where is it? The other one? Oh, you've got it.
After a half hour, nearly a 45-minute cook, they've prepared. They've got 2 different platters going on. They're now cleaning up. This is quite incredible, Simon.
Well, it's so lucky that I've had Trent because he's worked on the chicken and the eggplant, which means I can just chop away and get all of that prepared, which is really nice. So we're starting, and this is what we would start with. We love platters, so we're going to do a little couples platter. I don't know why that's on there, but just bulking up space. And then everything else is prepped and ready to go and throw in a bowl. Hopefully, we're waiting on the rice. We've got 3 minutes left for it to cook, and the eggplant in the oven.
Wow.
I'll do, maybe a platter. But can I steal your platter idea, Simone? Is that okay?
Absolutely, go for gold.
Cool, lovely, thank you. Cool, right, we're going to platter it up too.
You're getting some really nice compliments, Simon. Teresa Lee says, "You're my kind of cook, Simon, cleaning as you go." Look at that. That's fantastic.
Oh, I get a lot of grief for this, actually, but
I think it's fantastic. But having said that, I'm pretty sure, this is Al Carruthers. I'm pretty sure this is your Al, Peter. He says, he taught me to wash up as we go. He uses everything. No dish left
That is
behind.
Al.
Yeah. He's giving you a bit of pledge on the live stream while we're cooking.
Oh, that's nice. That's good. Your quote went up, Al. Sweet.
All right. Sorry to disappoint you, everyone, but you've got 5 minutes to go. 5.
Blimey.
baby.
If that last 5 minutes felt like a little less than 5 minutes, it's probably because it was. But anyway, we're just building the tension.
Okay.
It's all good. And also, it looks
Funny,
like,
you cook. Sorry, carry on.
I was going to say, Simone doesn't look like she needs 5 minutes. She's done the dishes, cleaned up, she's eaten it. It's all good to go. It's incredible over there. Looks beautiful. Well, there's a couple of things still in the oven, aren't there?
Yeah, we sure do. We've got the eggplant still in the oven. Oh, well, that's actually coming out now. Oh, it smells so good.
Yeah. We haven't got the smell-o-vision on this particular thing there. Look at that. Amazing. I've seen eggplant's not a thing I usually eat. I'm not a big eggplant fan. Do you guys eat a lot of
Don't you? I
eggplant?
love eggplant.
Yeah?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
We had a beautiful eggplant pasta the other night. Well, we used basically the eggplant as a pasta, and it was just absolutely beautiful. Filled it with ricotta and then a nice tomato base, and it's just so easy. And you actually don't really taste it too much. It's just a nice, I don't know, nice bulk up in a pasta.
It sounds like a nice recipe that would go in a really good cookbook like this one.
It would, and it's actually in my cookbook.
Really? Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Peter, are you an eggplant fan? Is that the sort of thing you would go for?
I am, yeah. Eggplant is one of my favorite vegetables, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's just it's a lovely thing. It sucks up flavor. It's very good with all sorts of yummy things. Yeah, I'm a fan.
Wow.
And I think, and I know Simone was going to do miso had she had it, which is what I've done. It's just a natural combo, really. It's great.
Nice. Hey, Lisa, someone's asked a good question. They've said, well, not a question, it's a cool comment. How cool would it be if the mystery boxes, you could buy them for the kids? Oh, that's quite cool. That's a cool idea. I mean, we've got the Nano Girl thing going on, but I think, the idea that kids cook, you were telling me earlier that the kids are starting to think about how they can use these ingredients themselves.
Yeah, actually, we've had tons of requests for this from, I think, parents being stuck at home, and it would be something nice for their kids to do, as well as, learn to make their own lunches. So it's something we're definitely looking at.
That's awesome. I think it's a great
Maybe
idea.
something for that,
Right.
the bread.
Wow, we're getting close now. Hang on. We've got 2 minutes to go, everybody. 2 minutes.
The pressure.
Are you pressured? Oh, my God. Simone, how are you feeling about 2 minutes to go? It looks incredible.
We're getting there, but oh my gosh, 2 minutes.
Oh, my God, Peter.
I'm
You might be in
definitely feeling
trouble. This is amazing. They've got this whole platter thing. They've got a dog as part of the
We've got a
audience.
dog.
They've got a dog, not as part of the dish, like helping them.
Max will not leave the kitchen when we're in here.
Is that Max? Oh, what a cool dog.
Maddox.
Maddox. Oh, Maddox. Wow. Is Maddox getting lots of
Yeah, he is a cool little dude. Oh, he's getting lots of walks to the point now when we say walks, he doesn't get quite as excited as he did 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He's like, not another one.
Our dogs like that.
Do you think dogs are getting exhausted? Is there a dog syndrome of people who used to walk their dog for 10 minutes a day and now doing 4 hours? Do you think the dogs are having a terrible time?
Yeah. I think the dogs are actually getting
What else have I missed off it?
so
Baby?
Derek needs to get out of the house, so it's all good. Oh, that's glorious. What's that?
Feijoa and banana. Feijoa and banana and coconut pancake. A little bit of desiccated coconut or shredded on
Those
top
can
as
be
well.
tidy.
Oh,
That's really sweet. And then you have to
what
flip
else
it.
have we done?
yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oops. Tuck that bit in. No one noticed
Leave
that.
it there.
No one saw a thing.
And then
Salad thing,
little bit
shakshuka.
Wow. This is looking amazing. We're getting down to the wire though. We have now got 1 minute left. 1
Oh.
minute, everybody.
Uh,
How are we feeling about that?
That's how to make
1
it.
minute? Lisa, this is incredible.
Peter, have
Look.
It's the mustard seed.
Oh, yeah, the mustard seed, Peter. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe forgot the mustard seeds, have we?
no. It's going on the chicken, avocado, tomato, kumara salad.
Okay, move
Thanks,
this
David.
onto
I'll
that
give
now.
you a fiver. Maybe it's going to go. No, maybe it's going to go on the miso and pumpkin and raw broccoli salad.
Right.
Yeah. Or maybe I'll put it on both. Michael might
The
give me an
knife for
extra
this,
point.
baby?
I think you've
Got that.
look at that. You've got
that.
played up. It's quite amazing. There's time for a little bit of flair there at the top there. What are you putting on there, Peter? What's that secret ingredient?
We're going to cheers.
It's just a lovely little bit of olive oil.
Right, beautiful. Al wants to. He's come back to fill his glass up.
Whoa.
Oh, hang on. I think, Simon, we need to repeat that moment because that was glorious. That was you were 30 seconds before the end. You and Trent. Oh, you definitely should get back.
Cheers.
Trent, you are amazing. All right, I'm sorry to tell you all, but time's up.
Okay.
Stop your cooking.
They got the meat bit in, though, remember?
Wow, that is incredible. I'm going to have to hide that. I'm going to put us all on the 6 camera view again. Hey,
I've just got to sneak this in. Oh,
no, it's never time's never up.
Oh.
That's all right. All right, we're going to go to Simone first, actually, Peter. And you have to look at this because this is an amazing. Look at that. She's just doing a little bit of titillation on the top. A little bit of a. What have you got tonight, Simone?
So tonight for dinner, we are starting with a couple's platter for 2, which we have used some fresh vegetables. We've toasted up some of the bread that was in the box with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper on there. Lots of fresh fruit, the cheese that was in the box as well. We've cheated with the brownie that we've thrown on here and the biscuits that were pre-made. So this is like an entree and a dessert all in one platter right here.
Amazing.
And then you move on and we are starting the dish. We've done some teriyaki glazed eggplant with toasted sesame seeds and spring onions on top there.
Wow.
And then the poke bowls, basically we've done some charred grilled broccoli. The sesame and teriyaki glaze is on the chicken, and we've just then packed it full of really fresh vegetables. So you've got your lettuce, capsicum, avocado, carrot, cucumber, fresh cherry tomatoes, and then on the base we have done a sushi rice, which we've put in some beautiful vinegar in there as well to give it some flavour, and that is dinner.
That is incredible.
Oh my God.
Peter,
Where do you live? Can I come and join your bubble? Can I come and join your
swap
bubble?
bubbles tonight, baby?
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, I have to say, of all the dishes you've got there, Trent has to be the best, the tastiest dish there. Look at him. What an amazing sous chef.
Oh, he really is.
That guy's
He
incredible.
made that very easy. I don't think I would have done this without him.
I would marry him if I wasn't already married. That's amazing. And hang on, someone's just said to us, Kate has just said, another recipe book, please soon, Simone. That looks so delicious. And she's right. It's incredible.
Oh, that's really kind. Thank you.
That is awesome. All right, Peter, we're going to come to you now. What have you prepared for us this evening?
Okay, shall I lift my laptop up? Tell me if this doesn't quite work. Okay, so
oh my God.
Okay, so this thing here, whoops,
Yes.
that is the kumara, boiled fried kumara with the poached chicken breast, avocado, tomato, and mustard seed salad.
Wow.
And then that's your starter. And then here's sort of a lovely salady thing. It's the miso roast aubergine and pumpkin with raw broccoli on top. And then the quinoa rice thing and the olive oil and the mustard seeds. And then this is your brunchy sausage, potato, tomato, shakshuka, eggy sort of thing, which would be really lovely with loads of fresh coriander and mint and dill plucked and shoved on top. And then for dessert, there's a Fujawa banana coconut fritter. I know there was no cream in the box, or maybe there's no cream there. Oops, yeah, there's no cream. So it's a little kind of like traveler's pancake with Fujawa banana.
That is outstanding. Oh my gosh, what an amazing 2 meals. And each of you are you've got far too much food for 2 people. That was Lisa, how are we going to call this? We're going to have to ask the people in the audience. Everyone that's on Facebook.
Yeah, everything looks amazing.
I would eat all of that. Maybe not why were you doing raw broccoli, Peter? I mean, what were you thinking there? Come on.
Partly it's because I hadn't cooked it, but actually raw broccoli is delicious. It's like raw cauliflower. And I looked at what I was doing, and the only green thing I had was a bit of avocado and some little Thai basil that I have grown in the garden. So I thought I don't want to be criticised for having no green veggies. So I suddenly saw the broccoli, and I thought, shred it onto this and keep your fingers crossed.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. Right. Broccoli, when I was born in Wanganui, broccoli was meant to be boiled to within an inch of its life until it had gone grey. So I'm not sure that you quite got the whole handle on broccoli.
It's a heritage vegetable. Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, look how beautiful that. You guys look like the front cover of a cookbook. I'm just it's quite incredible. I'm just looking at all these comments coming through. I've got no idea how we're going to judge this one. Look, Lisa, I'm going to call it, and this isn't me being sycophantic to anyone, but I think it's a draw.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too.
We've never had a draw in the history of this competition. So I think it might be a draw. I think when you've got 2 incredible cookbooks, you've got look at that. Someone here that drew me hard out a tie. Even your cousin Bruce, Peter, says it's a tie.
Yeah. Oh, good on you, Bruce. Brucey. Honestly, Bruce is amazing. That's super cool. I agree with him. I think I could only watch snippets of you guys, but I thought, how amazing, all that food in 45 minutes. It's really cool.
It's quite incredible, and it's all for the benefit of. I'm just going to show you of Eat My Lunch. Both of you cooked with an incredible set of ingredients. You know, the beautiful boxes of essentials, the chilled, the dairy, the meat from Neat Meat. It's just amazing. So, look, we're gonna call it a draw. However, we're gonna ask Peter to choose the mystery ingredient next week. You're okay with the draw? Oh, hang on, look at that. Look, you're happy with the draw?
We're okay with the draw.
We're okay. We're stoked.
I tell you what,
Peter's
Peter.
Peter's dishes look amazing.
No, draw is good. And I do the mystery ingredient. That's great.
You get to choose next week's mystery ingredient for our next week's chef.
Yeah.
But look,
and
you go.
I was going to say, Michael Meredith, thank you for not giving me kidneys.
Oh, a bit of a clue for next week's chef. Hey, thank you, Simon. Thank you, Trent. Thank you, Peter. What an incredible that you did this. Lisa, do you want to say anything to finish us up? You amazing people.
Say thank you so much to all 3 of you. That was incredible. That shows what you can do in a mere 45 minutes. Thank you so much.
It's high quality ingredients, made with love by people in their own bubbles. It's wonderful. I think player of the day is Trent for me, though. I have to say, I mean, he's incredible. What an incredible sous chef. Hey, thank you everybody for watching. We had over many hundreds of people watching. It's so cool. Peter, you've been a great sport. Simon, you've been amazing. Please go and buy their books. Hang on, one last little investment for the books. Here we go. You probably can't get this one anymore. I'm sure
No, you can't get that one. No. It's way gone.
Way out of print. But you can get this one, which is even better. And look, the poke bowl that you created, or the platters that you've created, are incredible, Simone. Thank you so much for sharing those with us. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you guys so much for having us. It's been awesome.
Yeah, you enjoyed
And
it?
can I thank
Absolutely loved it. Honestly, huge honor.
Awesome.
and can
Yeah,
I thank my bartender Al for keeping me happy.
well lubricated. That's great. Well, he's going to have to eat that whole feijoa fritter by himself. That's quite an incredible.
Yeah, yeah, and all that raw broccoli, man.
Who would have thought? What were you on about, Peter? Come on. Hey, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We're going to be here again next week at 5 p.m. We have 2 other amazing people. Look, we've got people coming in with comments, people loving your book there, Simone. And look at this. I love this. Is my favorite. Bruce says, so awesome. I think better than a big flash TV production. Well done, team. Welcome to the new normal. Particularly when you consider this is like a green screen that my son put. Look, and if I move it, look, you can see my bookshelf behind it. It's like, this is incredible what we're doing here on the cheap. So thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next week at 5 p.m. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Simone. Thank you, Trent. Awesome.
Thank you.
Bye,
Eat your
guys.
lunch.
Thank you.